Hello and welcome, my dear students, to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. This is Ms. Ruchika welcoming you to today's session. Today is finally the last video. We are concluding the revision series for grade 10 advanced for the coming term 3 exam. I wish you all a very best, and in today's session, on the special request and some last minute um, request of my students, I am here with you for module 4 revision. We are covering in today's session some questions from learning objective 23 to 25. I hope my revision videos are helping you to prepare for your coming exam, and from my side I would request you to please like, share and subscribe to the channel and share with many of your friends who are giving the exam tomorrow, so that all of can benefit from the videos and do a good revision. All the best. Let's get started with today's questions. So these are very easy questions from learning objective 23. We can directly use calculator. Keep in mind that you don't make silly calculation mistake. Now here the question is on addition. If you see, all signs are positive, so we will try to simplify by taking the same radical. So here it is square root 2, so here also I want something with square root 2, here also I want something with square root 2. So put in your calculator carefully and your square root of 8 will come out to be 2 square root 2. So you replace square root 8 with this value. Now do square root 50. This will come out to be, let's try it. So square root of 50 will come out to be, see, sometimes in your calculator it will give you decimal also, so please be careful that you should take the right value. Okay, you have to take radical, not the decimal. Okay, so it will give you 5 square root 2 in the radical. Now look here carefully, I'm using a different color. Square root 2, square root 2, square root 2, it is common. Can I take it outside? Same radical we can add and subtract. So what is left here? Nothing means 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 5, so this is going to be 8 square root 2, the final answer. Okay, I hope it is clear. It was a question on addition and we have to make sure that the radical is same. Now here the radical is square root 3, that means square root 12 and square root 108. I have to do it on the calculator carefully and take the same radical, means I need something with square root 3. So what is that something? We will find out. So let's do square root of 12. Let's check how much it will be. So it will be 2 square root 3. Now similarly do for 108. So square root of 108. I repeat again, please don't use decimal, otherwise your answer will become wrong. We are looking for radical here. Okay, so replace the values now. So this will be 2 square root 3 minus 2 square root 3, and let's do square root of this. So this is gonna be, just 1 minute, I'm putting it in the calculator. Yeah, so this will be 6 square root 3. Now you will see there is positive, there is negative with the same radical. So when we do it, it combines and cancels. So what is your final answer? 6 square root 3. Now here there was negative sign, that's why the cancellation happened. So be careful of the sign, and this is your correct answer. So just like we solved question 11 and 12, similarly I want you to try question 13 and 14. You can directly use your calculator for this question, making sure that the radical is same. Okay, now the hint for you, for example for question 13, I will just give you what is the first radical? Square root 5. That means you will change square root 45 and square root 80 in such a way that you get the same radical, square root 5. So when you do that, it will be what? Put this in your calculator, take the radical, this will come out to be 3 square root 5, and square root 80 will come out to be 4 square root 5. Now look at the sign carefully. What is the sign? Negative, negative, they can combine. So 3 plus 4 will give you 7. So subtract it and the answer is 1 square root 5 or square root 5. It's correct. Now try question 14 in a similar way. Now here in this you have to think. 48, 75 and 12. What is the common factor? What is the common radical? And yes, you are correct if you think that it is square root of 3. So you have to make sure you convert all of them in the same square root 3 and then you will check your answer. If you do all the steps properly, use your calculator carefully, you'll get your answer as square root 3 finally. Okay, so let's solve some more questions. I will do 15, you will try 16 yourself. The answer key is already here, but let me do the steps as well. Now see, look at the numbers inside the square root. No index means it is square root, degree is 2. Sorry, index is 2, so this is 28, this is 14, they are connected. If I multiply 14 with 2, I get 28, okay? And they have a common factor. All these three numbers, 28, 14 and 63 have a common factor of 7. So let's simplify using calculator. Now when you use calculator, when you do it on calculator, you may get decimal or you may get a little answer which is not so correct. So I want you to be careful and look at how I am solving with the steps. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to take the common factor 7 and write. So 28 is 4 times 7. There is x also. Now just to avoid the confusion, I will replace the multiplication with the dot because otherwise you will get confused with the x. Okay, so I'm putting this dot. So this is 4 multiplied with 7x. Now this is 2 multiplied with 7 and this is how much? 9 multiplied with 7 and there is x also. Okay, now we are going to see what is the common factor that can come out. Now 4 is a perfect square and this is square root, so I can take 2 outside, inside 7x. Okay, now here 2 and 7, nothing is a perfect square, so it will be like this only. Maybe you want to break into 2 parts, it's okay. Okay, now here 9 is a perfect square, it will come out, so 3 square root 7x. Now what are the like term? Just see this one and this one. Do they have something common? Yes, square root 7x, both are common. So when I take it together, square root 7x, I have here what? Let me change color. 2 plus 3. So 2 plus 3 will give you 5. So 5 square root 7x. That's what you get from here. Now, either you can write like this, square root 2 square root 7, or you may also multiply and give your answer as square root 14. So both are correct. So if you see, the answer which is matching the option is this one. Now sometimes in multiple choice, to confuse you, what they will do, one more step I will just show you. So here square root 7 and here square root 7, it is common, so they will take it outside square root 7 and inside they will give you what? If I take, maybe I have to change color, yeah, square root 7 and square root 7, so inside it will be 5x minus square root. So this is also correct answer. The only thing we added was we take the common factor outside. So both are correct. Okay, different ways of answering the same question. Now try question 16 and tell me whether you got this answer or no. Let's have a look at the answer key for question 11, 12 and 13. As I promised you, this is the answer key with all the steps. You check your answer. For these kind of questions, you can always use calculator shortcuts, but be very, very careful while you do so. Make sure that the radical is same. For example, here it is 2 square root 2, here 5 square root 2, here 8 square root 2. So all of them have the same common radical. Only then your answer will be correct and you can add them to get the answer. Similarly, for question 12, you have to have the same radical. The radical here is square root 3. So 2 square root 3, 6 square root 3 and 6 square root 3. You put it there, the cancellation happens and this one becomes your final answer. So this is how you do the question. Also, you will check your answer for question number 13. It is going to be square root 5. Hello and welcome, my dear students, to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. This is Ms. Ruchika welcoming you to the revision session for Module 4. Today in this session, we are covering from your EOT vehicle for the coming exam from Lesson 4.5, Learning Objective 24, where you simplify radical expressions. We'll be solving question 5 to 10. Some I will do, some you can try on your own. These are from your math book, page 199. Towards the end of this session, I will provide you the answer key so that you can check and verify your answers. So let's get started with the session today. Okay, so let's try these questions. We'll begin with question 5. Now here we are going to apply the multiplication rule. So first see how many parts we need to break. There is a number, there is a variable a, there is a variable b. It has different powers, so we are going to break it into three parts. What's the index? 4. So this is fourth root of 64. That's the first part, and this is being multiplied to a4, again the fourth root, multiplied to b4, again the fourth root. So the index is 4. Keep careful. Now we are going to change the radical to exponential form. So 64 to the power 1 by 4. Now how did it become this? Because if you remember, I've taught you, if you have a to the power x and b outside, then this becomes a. Actually, I should just change the variable. Let me change. It's better for you, easier, no confusion. So x to the power 8, better. Now x, here the inside power is a, that will be in the numerator, and outside the index is b, so it will become fraction power. That's what I did here. So I converted radical to exponent using this formula. Okay, let's do it for this. A to the power 4 divided by 4, b to the power 4 divided by 4. I hope it is easy. Now at this step you may use your calculator. Just plug in the fourth power of 64, means we want to know the number which when multiplied 4 times gives you 64. So think, what is that number? It will come out to be a radical. So 2 square root 2, that's what you will get from here, and here power is divided, so a and b. Similarly, let's do it for this. Now here you see a negative sign. You have to be very careful when you see negative sign. When it is negative sign inside the square root, means we will go to complex number, we will go to iota. So first let's break it. 1, 2, 3. Again I break into three parts first. Index is 3. I do the multiplication, and this is what you get. Okay, now because there is negative sign, we are going to take iota as well. So I'm going to break it into negative 1, 3 and 8, 3, two parts again, and this one I will now convert to rational to exponential form. So numerator is 2, denominator is 3, numerator is 5, denominator is 3. Okay, now let's put the value of iota. We know iota square is -1. So that means this -1 I will replace. So it will become inside I square. So this can be written in exponential like this. Already we have written the exponential form for the remaining. Now let's simplify it a little bit more. So this will become I to the power 2 by 3. This is 2 because cube root of 8 is 2. If we multiply 2 3 times, we will get 8. So d 2 by 3 by 3. That's how you solve. Let's do one more here. Now it is division. So very easy. You will divide and separate or distribute the square root. Here the index is 2 because nothing is mentioned. So you can do like this. So very easy. 5 and 6, this is the square root. For r it will be 2 divided by 2, so 1, and for t it will be square root. So this is how you get the answer. Now correct question 8 yourself. I will be showing you the answer key very shortly. Let's also see what kind of multiple choice question can come from this topic. So as I promised you, this is the answer key for the three questions that we solved before. So you can check your answer. Also, you are free to use calculator shortcuts because it is going to be an MCQ exam. But please, while you do it, be careful of the signs, be careful of the brackets. Please don't make any silly calculation mistake. Hello and welcome, my dear students, to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. This is Ms. Ruchika welcoming you to today's session. In today's session, we'll be revising from Module 4 EOT, Lesson 4.6, where you solve radical equations. So let's get started with the session, and with that, we will look at the learning objective. So from your EOT Hakel for term 3, we are covering here learning objective 25, which is the last one. Solve radical equations, question 1 to 6 from your math book, page 207. So first, let's solve these two questions. I will also be providing you towards the end of this session the answer key, so make sure you watch the video till the end. Now look here, this one is the radical sign. Now it does not have any index, means the index is 2, and this is a question on square root. So step 1, you will isolate the radical. So I will keep it away and move this 5 on the other side. Now here, if you see this equation, 5 is multiplied to this radical. So when it will move on the other side, the opposite will happen, which is division. So 1 will be divided by 5. Or you can also say divide both sides by 5. Both are okay. Why did we divide both sides with 5? The reason was because we want to make the radical alone and we want to isolate it. Okay, now we need to find the value of this j. So there is square root here. That means we are going to square both sides because we need the value of j. So square both sides. When you do the square here and the square here, on the left side the radical goes. So square root is gone, khalas. I only write the value of j, and this is 1 over 25 because we do the square of 1 is 1, the square of 5 is 25. So that will be your answer for G. Okay. Now the variable may change in the question. Don't think it is difficult. Now, for example, in this one, the variable is B. Here the variable was G. Whatever is the variable, you need to find its value. Okay. So in this question, you need to find the value of B. Again, there is no index, means it is square root. So in step 1, we are going to remove the radical sign. Now to remove it, we will take square of both sides. So when I take square of left side, radical goes, khalas, and square of 4 is 16. So let's find value of b. b minus 5 is 16. We need to isolate b, make it alone, remove this 5. So I will add 5 on both sides. So b is going to be 16 plus 5, which is 21. That's how you solve the equation. Okay, let's solve this question. Question 3. Again, you see square root here, the radical sign. So I'm going to take in step 1 the square of both sides. When I do that, 3n plus 1 comes here. The radical goes. And here the square of 5 is 25. We need the value of the variable n now. So we are going to move 1 on the other side, subtract 1. So 3n is 24. Now we need to get rid of 3. So we divide by 3 on both sides and we get the value of n as 24 divided by 3. Use your calculator. This will come out to be 8. So that's how you solve for the variable. I hope the method is okay for you, and now I want you to try yourself question number 4. Take a minute and then we'll discuss the answer. First, see what is the variable. The variable is p, means in this question to solve we have to find the value of p. Now here you see there is with the radical sign an additional plus. So we want to get rid of this 2 because we want to isolate or make this radical sign alone. So on both sides I'm going to step 1 subtract 2. The reason is I want to remove this 2 which is with the radical. So now it goes and I'm left with 3 plus 7 in the square root equal to 4. Now I want to get rid of the radical, so I'm going to square both sides so that I can get my value of p. So this is what you get. Now you may use your calculator, simplify, and this will come out to be 16 minus 9, sorry, minus 7. So this is going to be 9 here. Now 3p is equal to 9. We want the value of p. We want to remove the 3. So we divide by 3. And my answer for this question is p equal to 3. So this is how you solve. I hope the method is clear. You can try question 5 and 6 yourself. And towards the end, I will share with you the answer key. So this is the way how the multiple choice question can come in your exam. We already solved question 1. So what is the correct answer? Choose A, B, C, D, one option. So you are right. Option is A, 1 over 25. Similarly, we solved question 2, the square root 1. So we did all the steps and therefore the value of B came out to be 21. So C is the answer. Okay. So here on this slide, as I promised you towards the end of the session, I have provided you the answer key. You can now check your answer with the step. Since it is an MCQ exam, you may use calculator shortcuts, but make sure you put in and you type in the calculator correctly. If there is a sign, you need to be careful. You need to put the brackets and you need to be careful while typing. So as I promised, now we have come to the end of the session. So I'm sharing you the final answer key for the last 2 questions of your EOT Hakel, question 5 and 6. So for question 5, the answer is K is 40. And for question 6, the answer is K equal to 16. Let me know in the comment section if you tried these 2 questions and got the right answer without looking into the steps. So this is Ms. Ruchika signing off for today from my last video for this EOT Term 3 Hakel for Grade 10 Advanced. I wish you all the very best for tomorrow's exam. Bye bye.